Have you ever noticed that the harder you chase something, the more it seems to run from you? Peace, love, success, respect, even the right people. It's strange, isn't it? The more desperate you feel, the tighter you hold on. And somehow, life starts feeling even heavier. Your mind gets loud. Your chest feels tight. You overthink every little thing. You try harder, force more, control more, and still nothing moves. But the moment you finally let go a little, things begin to shift. Not because the world changed, because you did. There's a quiet power in learning how to relax. Not laziness, not giving up. Something deeper than that. A calm kind of trust. The kind that says, what's meant for me won't miss me. And once you truly understand this, you stop scaring away the very things you want. Because sometimes the secret isn't more effort. It's less resistance. Most people are exhausted, not because life is hard, but because their mind never rests. They wake up and immediately start fighting with reality. Why hasn't my life changed yet? Why did they ignore my message? What if I fail again? What if I never become who I want to be? And before the day even begins, they're already drained. Maybe you know this feeling. You're sitting alone at night, replaying a conversation in your head, thinking about what you should have said, wondering if people respect you, wondering why your life still looks the same when you've been trying so hard. It's painful because deep down, you're not lazy. You care. You want more. You want peace, success, better relationships. Maybe even just one good day where your mind doesn't attack you. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Your constant tension is pushing good things away. People can feel desperation. Opportunities can feel forced energy. Even your own mind closes when it feels pressure. Think about sleep. The more you try to force yourself to sleep, the more awake you become. Life works the same way. The more you force outcomes, the more blocked everything feels. And this is where things begin to change. The moment you relax, you stop acting from fear. And when fear stops driving your choices, life opens in ways you didn't expect. There's an old Stoic idea that says, peace comes when you focus only on what you can control, not the result, not people's opinions, not timing, only your actions, your effort, your response. That's it. Simple, but life-changing. A man once spent years trying to get promoted at work. Every day he stayed late, checked emails at midnight, compared himself to everyone, got angry when others succeeded first. He wasn't working from purpose. He was working from panic. And people could feel it. He became tense, impatient, easy to upset. Even when he was home, his mind was still at work. Then one day, something inside him broke. Not in a bad way, in an honest way. He got tired of being mentally chained to something he couldn't control, so he changed his focus. Instead of obsessing over promotion, he focused on doing good work, learning more, speaking calmly, helping others, going home on time, sleeping better, protecting his peace. A few months later, the promotion came, but by then, something bigger had already happened. He was no longer emotionally dependent on it. That's real power. It's not getting what you want. It's no longer needing it to feel okay. And strangely, that's often when it arrives. This happens in relationships too. Sometimes people chase love so hard that they lose themselves. They over-message, over-explain, over-give, overthink every reply. 1 hour without a text back feels like rejection. A dry response feels like disaster. So they hold tighter. But tight energy suffocates connection. Now imagine someone different, someone calm, warm, present. They care, but they don't cling. They love, but they don't beg. They give, but they don't abandon themselves. That energy attracts, because calm feels safe, and people are drawn to safety. But this goes deeper than attraction. Relaxation changes how you see life. When your mind is always tense, every problem looks bigger. Every delay feels personal. Every setback feels permanent. But when you relax, you gain perspective. A missed opportunity becomes redirection. A rejection becomes protection. A delay becomes preparation. Same life, different mind. And your mind changes everything. I remember a small story that explains this perfectly. A woman planted seeds in her garden. Every morning she checked the soil. Every afternoon she touched it. Every night she worried why nothing had grown yet. Days passed. Still nothing, so she dug one seed up to check if it was working. Of course, she ruined it. That's what most people do with their lives. They never allow things time to grow. They disturb the process with fear. They keep digging up the seed, checking, forcing, doubting, panicking. But growth needs trust. Some things bloom only when you stop touching them every 5 minutes. Sit with that for a moment. How much of your suffering comes from trying to control timing? How much pain comes from needing answers right now? Most people don't realize this, but peace and attraction start in the same place, inner stillness. When you become still, your choices become cleaner. You stop texting people from loneliness. You stop saying yes from fear. You stop chasing goals that were never really yours. You stop proving yourself to people who already decided not to see you. That's freedom. And freedom has a strange magnetism. People respect calm strength. Life responds to steady energy. A person who trusts themselves moves differently. They don't rush. They don't beg. They don't crumble at every delay. They breathe. They adjust. They continue. That kind of person always stands out. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Relaxing doesn't mean doing nothing. It means taking action without inner chaos. This difference changes everything. Imagine two people starting the same business. One is driven by panic. They constantly check numbers, compare themselves, fear failure every day. They burn out fast. The other works with focus, patience, and trust. They learn, improve, stay steady. They understand success takes time. Who do you think lasts longer? Who makes better decisions? The relaxed one, because stress narrows the mind. Calm expands it. This is why some of your best ideas come in the shower, during a walk, or right before sleep. Your mind finally loosened its grip. The answer was never missing. The noise was. And this is where things change for many people listening right now. You may have spent years believing that stress means you care. That overthinking means responsibility. That worrying proves commitment. But no, sometimes worry is just fear wearing the mask of effort. Real strength is calm action. A father once came home after a terrible day. His boss embarrassed him. Traffic was awful. Bills were piling up. By the time he opened the front door, his mind was full of pressure. Then his little daughter ran to him, smiling, asking him to play. He almost said no. His stress was louder than her joy. But then he paused. He took one deep breath, put his phone down, sat on the floor. For 20 minutes, nothing in his external life changed. The bills were still there. The boss was still difficult. But inside, everything softened. He laughed. He felt present. He remembered what mattered. That night, he slept better than he had in weeks. Why? Because peace doesn't always come from solving everything. Sometimes it comes from stopping your mind from carrying everything at once. That's the shift. Life becomes lighter when you stop mentally lifting tomorrow before it arrives. And if you've been waiting for a sign, this may be it. Not a sign to quit your dreams, a sign to stop strangling them. Let them breathe. Take the next step. Do the work. Show up fully, but release the panic around the result. The Stoics believe suffering often comes not from events, but from our judgment of them. A delayed message is just a delayed message. A bad day is just a bad day. A setback is just a moment. Your mind is what turns it into a life sentence. So train your mind to pause before reacting. This one habit alone can save years of suffering. Before anger, pause. Before fear, pause. Before assuming the worst, pause. In that pause, wisdom enters, and with wisdom comes better choices. Halfway through your transformation, this is usually the hardest part. Not changing your life, changing your relationship with uncertainty. Because uncertainty makes the mind restless. We want guarantees. We want proof. We want to know it will all work out. But life rarely gives certainty first. It gives opportunities disguised as discomfort. And only the calm mind can recognize them. The anxious mind runs. The relaxed mind observes. That's why stillness is not weakness, it's intelligence. Think of a lake. When the water is shaking, you can't see anything clearly. But when it becomes still, the whole sky reflects in it. Your mind is the same. Stillness shows truth. Here's another quiet truth. Sometimes the thing you want comes only after you become the person who no longer chases it from emptiness. Not because life is testing you, but because your energy finally matches what you seek. Respect comes when you respect yourself. Love deepens when you stop abandoning yourself. Success grows when you stop making your worth depend on it. That identity shift changes everything. You stop being the person who needs constant proof. You become the person who creates from inner fullness. And fullness attracts. A young man once kept checking social media, comparing his life to everyone else. Someone bought a car, someone got married, someone launched a business. Every scroll made him feel behind. So he worked harder, but from insecurity. Nothing felt good enough. Then he made one small change. He stopped measuring his life against everyone else's timeline. He started going on walks without his phone, reading more, sleeping on time, working on one meaningful skill, spending quiet mornings alone. Months later, his life looked better on the outside, but more importantly, it felt better on the inside. That inner shift created the outer one. This is the part people skip. They want the results without the nervous system that can hold them. But if peace doesn't exist inside you now, success alone won't create it. That's why relaxing is not just about feeling good. It's about becoming capable of receiving what you've been asking for. A peaceful mind handles opportunities better. A calm heart chooses better people. A steady soul survives hard seasons without collapsing. This is strength. Quiet strength. The kind nobody claps for at first, but it changes your whole life. So if life feels stuck right now, maybe the answer is not more force. Maybe it's one deep breath. Maybe it's sleeping on the decision. Maybe it's not sending that emotional text. Maybe it's taking a walk before reacting. Maybe it's trusting the seed under the soil. Because things are often growing in silence, and silence can feel like nothing is happening. But that's not true. Roots grow before fruit appears. Always. So don't mistake stillness for failure. Some of the most powerful shifts in your life will happen quietly, inside your thinking, inside your energy, inside the way you respond long before the world sees it. And one day, people will call it luck. They'll say everything started working out for you, but they won't see the real moment it changed. The day you stopped fighting life, the day you chose peace over panic, the day you stopped needing immediate proof, the day you finally relaxed, that was the day everything started moving. So tonight, give yourself permission to loosen your grip, not on your dreams, on the fear around them. Trust your effort. Trust your growth. Trust the timing you can't yet understand. Your calm is not making you weak. It is making you magnetic. And the version of you that no longer chases from fear, that version attracts everything differently. Because now you're no longer asking life to save you. You become steady enough to meet it. If this spoke to something deep inside you and it helped you breathe a little easier, consider subscribing. There's a stronger, calmer version of you already waiting. And every day you choose peace, you become more of that person.